You may have seen the post on Platform Master's forums news and announcements section involving a possible move that's now very likely, so I thought I'd make a video explaining it as well. For starters, let's cover the common questions that you might have. Question 1. Where will you be moving to? Answer. The most likely is in the middle of Fargo, North Dakota. Question 2. How come you state "not yet official" in parentheses at the top right corner? Currently, no paperwork and the like has been signed or dealt with. The odds of actually moving are currently about 90%. Question number 3. What's the place like, or at least the one that's being considered? Answer. It's pretty big. It's basically a 2-bedroom and 1-bathroom apartment. The bedrooms are adjacent to each other with the large bathroom very near. Bathroom size doesn't matter much for me. Question 4. What's the rent and what's included? Answer. The rent is surprisingly cheap, almost half that of Minot. It's $545 a month and everything except electricity is included. Trash, sewer, water, and heat are included in the rent payment. The security deposit is $250, quite low. It also comes with free access to a swimming pool. Question 5. Who owns the property? Answer. Van Raden Properties, if I recall the full name, at least for the one we're highly considering. Question 6. Which exact apartment are you going to? Answer. Currently, that's classified, but will be declassified shortly. Question 7. Who is moving with you? Answer. Just me and my sister. We can't get what we want in our current location. I can't do much where I'm at now. Question 8. When will you be moving? Answer. Currently, I'm not entirely certain, but December 1 is the most likely, of 2012. Question 9. Why do you want to move? Answer. There are 10 advantages for me moving, though 2 disadvantages. In short, I'll have a much higher chance of getting a job, 87%, access to public transportation, hyper-fast internet that I won't see where I'm at now for 3+ years, hours-long video uploads will be a thing of the past, no yard work, greater peace of mind, pizza delivery, Sam's Club and Costco, non-intrusive mirrors, greater stargazing potential, and improved odds for swimming. The disadvantages are that my sister will have to support me until that 0.2% chance of getting a job hits, and the coin-operated laundry will get very annoying. One neutral element is that I might have a chance of getting nearby friends for the first time in like 20+ years. I consider it neutral because I'm so used to not having any nearby friends. Question 10. Are you excited? Answer. Indeed. Even though I have weak emotion, this is quite far out there among the rest of what's going on. Question 11. Are you documenting and filming this? Answer. Yes, as much as I can. Excessive excitement caused me to forget to record the initial tour of the apartment. I do still have a chance to film this, though only as a tour. I won't be posting what I record until the move is official and completed, or it fails. Question 12. How can I keep a status update on how the progress is coming along? Answer. Check the news and announcements section on Platform Master's forum. That section is read-only and registration is not required. Now let's explain all those advantages and the numerous reasons for moving. It's quite a long list, but well worth explaining in detail. So now I'll explain the 10 advantages in order from the strongest impact to the weakest impact. Ready to learn in detail? The number 1 reason is tons of very close businesses. Forget the days of needing to go 4 miles to get to the nearest business, let alone 10 miles to get to Walmart. Moving will put about 1,000 businesses in that same 4-mile radius. Being this close to so many businesses opens up a great chance of getting a job. About 87% given the 1 in 500 versus the current 1 in 1 million chance I feel I have due to my ever-shifting sleep-wake cycle and no transportation currently. The number 2 reason is public transportation. What is public transportation? I don't see anything like that in my area anymore in the last 15 plus years. There are no buses, taxis, or school buses where I'm at. What mayhem that caused back in 7th grade and later. If you're not in the city, there is no public transportation. With moving pretty much right into the heart of a medium-sized city, I'll have access to this, eliminating my need to have to wait 2 or so weeks for transportation, or 3+ months like I had to for getting images on shirts, of which I plan on selling on eBay very shortly. Having access to public transportation will also significantly increase my odds of getting a job. The number 3 reason for moving is hyper-fast internet. 5 hours to upload a 2 GB video file that's only 10 minutes long? That's ridiculous. Yet, that's the fastest I can get in my area. Moving will provide me access to internet speeds that I won't see here for a half a decade. Forget the days of hours-long uploads. Try just 16 minutes for that same 2 GB video. 16 minutes? You've got to be kidding! Think about what I could do with 20 megabits per second upload and download. That's far better than I could have ever imagined. My streaming quality can improve too, though likely capped at 3 megabits per second for now. The number 4 reason for moving is no yard work. Too bad there isn't a no yard work geo symbol. While not yet entirely certain, not having to rake leaves or mow the lawn is a major plus. I've always hated yard work, especially raking leaves, of which I find pointless. Just let them decay naturally and improve the soil quality. The number 5 reason for moving is greater peace of mind. Nag, nag, gripe, complain, nag, and gripe some more. It's annoying and I can't get much done because of this. Moving will help eliminate the bulk of this. There are still neighbors that I need to deal with as well, however, although I'm not sure what effect that will have. But I shouldn't get interrupted anywhere near as often as I am now. I'm holding off recording some videos because of this. Final Fantasy XII's power leveling is the big example. I'm also holding off the recording of my book's audiobook version as well because of this constant nagging, griping, and complaining. Mom's level 78 gripe and complain skill is tough to resist. The number 6 reason for moving is pizza delivery. Now, exactly what was pizza delivery again? I forgot. Just kidding. It's been 15 plus years since pizza delivery was available where I'm at now. The nearest Pizza Hut is 5 miles away. The only known Domino's is 7.5 miles away. The place I'll likely move to will put me only 2/3 of a mile from the nearest Pizza Hut. I'll be 1.5 miles from Domino's. This is obviously within delivery range. This, however, will be a rare thing anyway, which is why it's low on my list. Ordered pizzas cost much more than my regular ones, quadruple even, but boy, they sure are tasty. The number 7 reason for moving is Sam's Club and Costco. You might think that the $40 a year for Sam's Club may not be worth it. That depends. When I looked at Sam's Club, you can get in without a pass or membership, you just can't buy anything. I was quite disappointed that my most common items are not available there. This means it's not worth it. However, if they can special order these items, especially if it's a bulk order, it might be possible. Bulk order? Try 24 of those 12-can packs of my lemonades. That only lasts 6 weeks. Much beyond 36 of them starts to bring shelf life issues in focus, as 36 means 9 weeks worth. For reference, the item I want most is Tropicana sugar-free lemonade, UPC 0120008132238. However, I haven't seen that in 4 years now. Even in the Minneapolis area, it disappeared 2 years ago, and I can't get it. So I've had to replace it with Minute Maid Light Lemonade, UPC 0250000589998. I typically have 4 of those 160-gram Red Baron deep dish pizzas per day. Bulk ordering 36 of those 2-packs will only last 18 days. Only freezer space limits me from having much more. For reference, there are two items that are pretty much almost identical. One's just plain cheese, the other's 4 cheese. The regular cheese one has UPC 0721806375529. Whether or not Sam's Club will bulk order items like this, I have no idea. Costco is lesser known to me. I have never been in one. Ran out of time to check. It would be an alternative, though. The number 8 reason for moving is fewer mirrors, better access. Right now, the front door is blocked by 2 mirrors, presenting a fire escape hazard. The router is blocked as well, so I can't reset it as needed. You may recall that video. A good chunk of the house is blocked from Mom's apparent craze for mirrors. Curio cabinets are a nightmare. Although I still expect to encounter mirrors, especially in the bathroom, they won't limit any bit of the living quarters. Simply ducking is all I need, of which is no big deal. Only sister will use mirrors. Unlike Mom, she knows to keep them out of the way, which is a big plus. The number 9 reason for moving is greater stargazing potential. Sure, you're probably thinking right in the middle of the city you don't have a good dark sky rating. It's probably like a 7 or an 8. When my area right now is a 3, except to the south. I had no idea that Fargo even had an observatory with public access. Astronomy is my top favorite field of science. Physics comes in at a close second. Being able to see Jupiter, my favorite planet, the Tarantula Nebula, doubtful I can see it as it's a southern hemisphere object, Andromeda Galaxy, our nearest big galaxy, and my favorite galaxy of all, the Sombrero Galaxy, would be neat. Don't forget VY Canis Majoris, one of my favorite stars. It's the biggest known star. I don't recall which Messier or New General Catalog numbers these are. The number 10 reason for moving is greater access to swimming. Although no known nearby lakes allow for swimming and rivers are unknown to me, I've never been in a river before, I'll have ready access to a swimming pool. Swimming pools, however, mean chlorine and no big waves. Swimming is also limited to about 3 months' worth, expected knowing the region. 2 months from now, January 2013, 50 below wind chills, in Fahrenheit, wouldn't be unusual to see, and that is dangerously cold. Now, those advantages seem quite out there, don't you think? However, there are 2 disadvantages that I also have to consider as well. These, like the advantages, are ordered from the strongest to the weakest. The number 1 disadvantage is less monetary support. I'm pretty much dependent on my sister in this case as far as money goes, so I'm taking a big risk. Still, with all those big advantages, it's well worth it. This won't be an issue if that 0.2% chance hits for me getting a job. The number 2 disadvantage is coin-operated laundry. It's very rare I ever carry around any cash. I prefer checks and debit card payments for what very few items I do get. Fortunately, laundry is quite rare as the sheer quantity of things I tend to have last a long time for me. Still, you have to possess 4 quarters in order to even do laundry. What if you have an emergency and you must do laundry but don't have 4 quarters on hand, or it's at 2 a.m.?